Limits? You still talking about limits like they're real? Let me break it to you the way no one else will. Limits are lies. Weak people's favorite bedtime story. They whisper it to themselves at night. This is as far as I can go, so they can sleep without guilt. But sleep is for the content, and content is the cousin of weakness. You want to talk limits? There aren't any. They never were. Just lines drawn by cowards hoping you'd stop walking. But you're not built to stop. You're built to hunt. And hunters don't ask how far. They ask who's next. You think you're done growing? Then you're already dying. That comfort you're holding on to? Burn it. It's the leash around your neck. This world doesn't care how much you've suffered. It only responds to force. You either shatter the wall or become part of it. Power doesn't knock. It breaks the door down, kicks the table over, and takes the seat. You think you're entitled to rise just because you've been through hell? Hell doesn't owe you anything. The pain you felt doesn't make you special. It makes you eligible. The real test starts when you decide to keep swinging while everything inside you begs to quit. That's where monsters are born. That's where killers are made. You think you need curse energy to be strong? That's just another excuse. You think you need talent? That's weakness talking with a confident voice. There's no rule that says you need to be gifted to win. Just a rule that says most people will quit before they find out how dangerous they could become. You think I needed blessings? No. I turned the system on its head and cracked skulls with my bare hands. You don't need a gift. You need the audacity to move like you're already unstoppable. Pain is a liar. Fear is a leash. Break 'em both. That voice in your head telling you to rest? Choke it out. Silence it. Replace it with something violent. Something surgical. Your goals aren't suggestions. They're orders. The second you start negotiating with your potential, you've already lost. There is no maybe. There's dominate or decay. Choose one. You don't grow in peace. You grow in war, in pressure, in chaos. That burn in your chest, that tightness in your throat, that's your old self dying a loud, ugly death. Let it scream. Let it rot. Then bury it and move. You want to evolve? Then earn it. Bleed for it. Stop asking for a path and start carving one. Because you're not here to fit in. You're here to fracture the ground when you walk. Most people are wallpaper. Quiet, safe, forgettable. They want to be liked, understood, cared for. That's their prison. Let them rot in it. But you were built to split the sky. You were built to be the reason the room changes. Stop trying to explain yourself. Stop apologizing for intensity. The world doesn't need another polite failure. It needs someone so relentless they make excuses flinch. Be that. You keep hearing slow down, take it easy, be realistic. That's code for be small like us. You weren't born to balance life. You were born to tip the scale until it breaks. Grind harder than they say is wise. Obsess longer than they say is healthy. Go further than they say is safe. That's where kings are built. That's where demons rise. Beyond the threshold where the soft stop and the savage begin. Still waiting for a sign? Here it is. Move. You're not confused. You're just scared. And fear's a disease that spreads every time you hesitate. So cut it out. Kill it at the root. You want clarity? You earn it by walking through the storm, not standing in the shelter. You don't need direction, you need momentum. You need to hit the ground so hard it cracks under your ambition. They'll say you're too much. Let them. Let them choke on your pace. Let them sweat, watching your discipline. While they scroll, you strike. While they laugh, you load the next set. While they waste time, you become a problem. You want to be remembered? Then stop acting like everyone else, because no one remembers the echo. They remember the explosion. You want to talk about sacrifice? then stop throwing that word around like it means skipping a meal or staying up late. Sacrifice is carving your name into the world with blood. It's losing things. Time, people, sanity, then pushing forward anyway. You don't get to call yourself committed if you fold every time it gets uncomfortable. If your ambition doesn't keep you up at night, it's not ambition. It's a hobby. Kill the idea that success comes easy. Everything worth having demands a piece of you. Give it, or stay forgotten. Comfort is currency for the ordinary. They spend their lives buying numbness to avoid truth. But you're not here to go numb. You're here to feel every ounce of pressure and still refuse to break. You want to be respected? Then outsuffer them, outlast them, outbleed them. You weren't built for easy. You were built for aftermath. For walking out of the fire, while everything around you lies in ruins. That's what survival looks like when it's laced with purpose. They told you to be realistic. Forget realism. Realism is the language of quitters who want company. You think kings listen to realistic? You think monsters stop because someone said maybe later? The throne doesn't go to the one who waits. It goes to the one who takes it, and dares anyone to try and take it back. You want to live big? Then stop thinking small. Reality bends to the unrelenting. Every second you hesitate, someone else sharpens their edge. Every time you say maybe, someone else says now. The battlefield doesn't give a damn about your excuses. It rewards aggression, commitment, pain tolerance. So stop weighing your options like you've got forever. Move like you're being hunted. Because you are. By time, by regret, by the version of you that never woke up. Your legacy won't be built by what you almost did. No one remembers the nearlies, the close calls, the half-efforts. You either did it or you didn't. And if you didn't, don't expect a trophy for trying. The world doesn't care how hard it was. It only cares if you left a crater. So, go make one. People will try to soften you, to tame you. They'll call your intensity toxic just because it scares them. Let it. Let them flinch when they hear your name. Let them squirm when they see your pace, because deep down, they know they're not built to move like you. Don't dim your fire for anyone stuck in the dark. The goal isn't just to win, it's to make winning your default state. Not because it's easy, but because you made it non-negotiable. Build yourself into a creature of habit, a machine that doesn't pause. You don't rise because you're inspired. You rise because you programmed yourself to never sit still. In a world full of sparks, be the one that ignites the whole damn forest. If you don't kill your weakness, it'll kill your dream. Simple as that. You can't carry both. So drop the softness, bury the hesitation, and drag your ambition like a blade through everything that stands in your way. This is about survival with purpose. About going so hard, they mistake your life for war. And they should, because that's what it is. Don't aim to prove them wrong. That's too small. Aim to make them irrelevant. Forget their names. Erase their words. Build something so brutal, so undeniable, that even your enemies go silent in your presence. Let your results humiliate every critic you never bothered to acknowledge. Because when the work speaks, mouths close. This world doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you're willing to rip out of its hands. So take it. No apologies. No explanations. Just pressure, pain, and presence. Make every step heavier than the last. Make your name something that can't be ignored. And when they ask how you did it, you look them in the eye and say, I never freaking stop. So get up. Tear the skin off your comfort. Rip the spine out of every excuse that ever caged you. Shatter the word limit like a bone, and then keep swinging. Make your fears regret ever showing up. You weren't born to coast. You were born to conquer. Burn everything holding you back. And when you finally become that monster, Don't you ever damn apologize for it. So now what? You think this is where the story ends? No. This is where all that hesitation, all that softness, all that self-doubt you've been dragging like a corpse behind you, dies. Right here. Right now. And what rises in its place better not resemble what came before, because the old you was built for survival. This version? It's built for conquest. From this moment forward, you don't walk. You stalk. You don't chase. You hunt. You don't react. You strike. You don't exist to be liked, loved, or even understood. You exist to own every room, drown out every voice, and burn every limit to ash. You were not made to try. You were not built to improve slowly. You were forged, like a blade, to split reality from illusion. Every fear they handed you, break it. Every lie they fed you, spit it out. Every voice that said, be realistic, rip its freaking tongue out and walk through its silence. You don't need peace. You need pressure. You don't need validation. You need war. Because the world won't crown you. The world won't clap for you. The world won't move until you grab it by the throat and make it. Start moving like every second is your battlefield. Start thinking like every breath you take is a warning shot to your enemies. Start acting like your name is already legend. You just haven't carved it deep enough yet. And don't you dare slow down. Burn yourself into history. Break the cycle that caged your bloodline. Be the storm they write books about. Be the nightmare that mediocrity fears when it tries to sleep. No more waiting, no more planning, no more when I'm ready. You were ready the moment you started breathing. You were just lied to, shackled, softened, programmed to bow. Now you bite. So take everything they told you was impossible and leave it bleeding. Take everything they said was too much and make it your minimum standard. This isn't motivation. This is your damn order. Go to war with everything inside you that flinched. Go to war with every weakness you ever fed. Go to war with the person you were yesterday and leave them unrecognizable by dawn. And when it's all over, when the sky is black with smoke and the ground is cracked from the weight of your will, make sure they don't call it growth. Make sure they call it a massacre. Because you didn't evolve. You damn well declared war and won.